Hey Justin, Tommy Noonan, nice to meet you.
Hey Tommy, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me. So wanted to just give you a little bit of understanding of what we're working on today.
Okay.
I was gonna, hopefully spend about 5, maybe 6 minutes of your time. I wanted to talk to you about this new software we have, Delphi, that I think you've probably heard of.
Great.
All right, cool. And hopefully we might find a mutual gain with this. But if not, totally understand, and I'll get out of your hair. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, cool. So basically, is what we've created is a software that will monitor your network and be able to predict downtime as much as 30 minutes in advance.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
Great.
we work with a lot of other financial services and transactions-based business and.
Sure.
The network is king. Is monitoring network downtime and uptime something that you guys are currently working with?
Yeah, definitely. You're probably aware, but especially in financial services, when your network goes down even for 10 seconds, I mean that could potentially be a loss of millions of dollars because there's certain trades that can't be made. So yeah, so that's a number one priority. We spend hundreds of $millions a year every year ensuring that our network is up.
Okay, very cool. And what type of system are you currently using? Do you have a lot of Cisco or HP routers, or?
Yeah, definitely. We're predominantly Cisco on the hardware side. We've got some other smaller software vendors, but sort of Cisco is kind of our go-to vendor on the IT side.
Sure, makes sense. Well, I'll tell you maybe a little bit more about our product. But so this was originally developed in Israel, so from Intel, so that. When the Scud missile attacks were coming, they could monitor.
Wow.
They didn't want to pull out of their operations there, so they could actually predict, how their operations were going to be affected by this.
Okay.
So,
wow, interesting.
It's a very airtight product. We're able to classify different faults in the network from low to severe,
Okay.
and even tell you exactly why the network is going down, whether it's erroneous data packets being sent or problems with specific routers.
Okay.
So, we're very interested in trying to give you exactly the information you need to be able to fix your network so that once you receive these threats,
Sure.
it doesn't end up being a problem.
So, one of the big issues we have on our end is, our network is huge, and we've got tons of problems that are issues coming up left and right. Is there any, on your side, is this technology prioritized, or is there any of that as part of it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, we try to specialize in serving these large infrastructures like yourself.
Okay.
We have scaled and tested our product up to 1,500 routers without
Wow.
any types of performance issues.
Okay.
What's the typical size of the infrastructure here?
About 1,200 to 1,400 routers.
Okay, sure. So we can definitely scale up to meet that type of need.
Okay.
And if for some reason we find that you're going to expand greatly, we can talk about making some sort of different solution where we have kind of double the infrastructure available for you.
Okay, great. That sounds interesting. Have you had any sort of success with your technology at other large firms?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've just finished running a pilot with John Hancock, and while I know that they're not the sophistication of a Wall Street thing,
Sure.
they they are running thousands of transactions every minute, and they have the size of their network actually closely mimics yours. So. We feel very confident in our product. We know it's going to stand up. When we onboard new customers, we have the head of engineering and the CTO come to you to make sure that the load on your network is going to be okay for our product. And
Great.
so you're going to get the type of service and technical expertise to run this account.
Okay, great, fantastic. So that all sounds great. I'm running a little bit short on time. What do we do here in terms of next steps?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I guess I should probably ask you that, when you're onboarding a new vendor, is there a typical pilot process that goes involved? Should I set up time with some more people from your infrastructure team?
Yeah, sure. So essentially how it works is, every year around this time of the year, we have a committee that gets together to review the technologies, and we go through a bake-off, and there's an RFP process. It sounds like there's a mutual interest here. Why don't I follow up with you and just send you some information about this RFP. That way you can start thinking about your presentation. It's not for another couple of weeks away, but certainly we'll get the ball rolling from there. How does that sound?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That sounds great.
Great.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Tommy. Appreciate it.